Hey. What's up? Yo, what's up? Hey. Hello. Hi. Hi, Italy. What's up? When are you going to start? Well, I'm waiting for people to join first. Hello. What are we unboxing? We are unboxing a B&H package. And I'll tell you exactly why I ordered what I ordered, and then we'll open the box. What's up, Sweden, Germany? New lens? No, new B-cam / A-cam, but mostly B-cam. Did that get auto-corrected? I think it should say B-cam. Yeah. Okay. Alright, so my A-cam is going to be away from me for a while. My A-cam, the Red Epic Dragon, gets, when you get, okay, so Red, the way Red works with their cameras, they have a little step ladder of different cameras, where if you own, let's say, a Red Scarlet, and you want a Red Epic, you don't just buy a Red Epic and sell the Scarlet. You actually send the Scarlet back to Red for a discount, a discounted price on the Epic. Anyway, so that's what I have to do with my camera. I'm needing to send in my camera, and it takes a week for them to do that. And the Apple event next week is going to be in that time. So if I send my camera back today, I won't have that camera for the Apple event. So I could have either rented another Red or bought this camera that I was interested in for a while in the first place anyway. So that decision wasn't that hard. I am going to the event, yes. And so this is the camera I'll be bringing to that event, shooting videos from there with. And then after that, just using this as like a B-cam. So for not Periscope, but for like events and travel stuff, whenever we're out and about, this is the camera I'll be able to take places. So, since it's an unboxing, yes, it's a 4K camera. Do you guys want to try to guess what camera this is? It's probably not that hard. I've told some people what it is already, but... This isn't the weapon. The weapon is what I'm going to get in a week. It's not the GH4, it's not the Blackmagic, it's not the FS7 books. Can you see it yet? You can probably see it. The RX100 I do have, but that camera, the thing about the RX100 is when you shoot 4K with that camera for a while, it overheats. Its autofocus isn't that great. It only has one lens, which is really good, but it's only one, so I can't put on a macro lens or anything like that. No, not a Canon C-Series camera, not another Red, no. Sony A7, there we go, getting close. Getting close. Getting very close. There's actually a couple things in the box. So this is a Metabones adapter for Canon lenses to Sony bodies. This is a Sony lens that I picked up, the 16-35 f4. And this is the B-cam, the Sony A7R Mark II. Sony A7R Mark II. Very interesting camera in a lot of ways. I know the A7S is like the de facto low-light beast of a camera. This camera's still pretty dope in a lot of ways, and has in-body image stabilization on that sensor. Should also have pretty good low-light performance, and should be much lighter and easier to carry, especially on this upcoming trip next week, than an FS7 or a Red or anything like that. Look how easy it is to block someone. I just tap their name and block. Boom, done. Alright. So yeah, I'm just gonna take this camera out the box and get into it. Hashtag bad lighting. Is that from the UK? Yeah, okay, so let's get into the box. So, like I said, I already have the RX100. That's also by Sony. I'm fairly used to Sony's interface now. Look at this paperwork. Jeez. I know how to use the camera, but I'm still not sure why every box for a camera just kills a tree. You can see that, sort of, a little bit. There's a strap for the camera here. Probably never going to use that. Here is, nice and small, the body itself. Pretty small, pretty compact. It's actually got some weight to it. It's not the lightest thing in the world, but I like that it's fairly compact. It's got a solid grip. There's the top of it. Ready for a brief look at the sensor? It's a full-frame 42 megapixel sensor. This is called the Sony A7R Mark II, if you didn't know. It's a full-frame 42 megapixel sensor. It can shoot 4K video. It's sort of optically image stabilized. Here's the charger. The slightly less interesting parts of the box now. What is this? This is a weird looking contraption. Oh, this contraption cables. Okay. And then where's my batteries? Back behind this other flap here. There's so many flaps in this box. 2 batteries. USB to power. I'm not sure what I would use. Oh, I just plug the camera straight into the wall, I guess. And yep, a cable to do exactly that. And that's the box. Probably not going to use that strap. Alright. I'm going to guess it has a little bit of charge in it, and I'm going to try to fire it up and turn it on. What event are you going to? I'm going to the Apple event on September 9th in California next week. How much was it? This is about a $3,000 camera body. It's a Sony E-mount camera, so the thing is I have all these Canon mount cameras and Canon lenses, so this will not natively work with those, so I have an adapter by Metabones that lets me continue to use my same lenses, so I don't have to buy a bunch of new lenses to use with this camera. Thoughts on iPhone 6? Well, I'm looking forward to the iPhone 6S, especially in that camera department. Giveaway? Not giving anything away yet, but like I said, this is a V-cam, so when I get my upgrade back, I will have this to use. Yeah, cinema lens is probably bigger than this whole camera. Yeah, it's definitely bigger and heavier than this entire camera. But I have some other, still lenses, like photo lenses that I can use from Canon bodies. Okay, let's try battery. And does it turn on? Yes, it does. Gotta select the language. This is a nice screen, by the way. It's a flipping, articulating LCD screen like the RX 100. Not that I use that much. Maybe when I'm going for those low shots, I can use the articulation, but I wouldn't do that often. And then, of course, they want the date and the time. The date is September 3rd, and it's 11:03 a.m. So let me put in New York. I don't know if daylight savings. September 3rd, 2015, 11:03. Alright. And of course they want me to install the Sony Play Memories app. Does this camera have NFC? Yes, it does. So, in any smartphone with NFC, I can tap, just like the RX 100, I can tap it right here to Wi-Fi pair with it and immediately download and transfer the photos and videos, mostly photos that I just took, straight to my smartphone. And we are in. I have no card in it. I'll have to put I'll probably use the same card that I have in my RX 100. That was easy. That was easy. Anyone know what a V-cam is? Basically, an A-cam. A-cam is the camera you use for most of your shots. Your B-cam is your secondary camera for maybe a close-up shot, maybe a side shot or B-roll. Yeah, it's your secondary camera. Is it better quality than the GH4? I would say yes. Panasonic just came out with an update that you have to pay $100 to get Vlog out of the GH4. Interesting that you actually have to pay for seemingly a software upgrade there. But this will shoot Sony's S-Log out the box, obviously, and it should have pretty dope quality. Looking forward to that. Yes, 4K. 4K video. If I take stills on this, that's a bonus. I really don't take that many still photos. If I do, it's usually on one of my smartphones, but this takes 42 megapixel full-frame stills. So if I'm using a Sony lens or a full-frame lens, those will look pretty dope too. 8K? No 8K. Your first live scope? Well, welcome to the Periscope squad. Greetings from Mexico. What's up, Mexico? Yeah. Anyway, so this is the one Sony lens I got, but I don't know. I have this Metabones adapter. I'm gonna take this out of the box just to see what this looks like. This is what's going to allow me to use allow me to use Canon lenses on this Sony mount camera. Oh, it's bugging me that it's off center. There we go. It comes in its own little case, which is neat for travel. Canon EF mount. Can you read that? Canon EF to E mount Mark IV. And that's what it looks like. Just a little attachment. Looks like the Nifty 50, kind of like the pancake lens that Canon makes. And it just attaches. I can take this collar off on the bottom too. Has a little collar in case you have a heavy lens. But boom, attaches right there. Then you attach your Canon lens here. Simple as that. Should get autofocus to work. Should get all the electronic information like aperture, all that fun stuff. Any expectations for Apple's event? Apple's event is, thanks to the vlogs, is pretty much like out the bag. We all already know now what to expect. We're gonna see this new iPhone. We're gonna see this new camera in the new iPhone. We're gonna see this new iPad Pro, I guess is what it's being called. We don't really know the name of it, but a new iPad. We're not expecting Macs. We're going to see a new Apple TV. It should be a pretty intense event. It might be a really long event too, but I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, Sony Xperia Z5 with a 4K display. I thought this display looked nice. Obviously, it is right now. When I put out my review, I'm probably still going to say this is the best display in a smartphone, but I now really need to look at that Sony Xperia Z5 Premium with a 4K display. Yeah. Let's check out the Sony lens. I kind of feel like just opening all the things. Sony Xperia Z5 or Note 5. Right now I'm on that Note 5. I love the Note 5, but I do want to give that Z5 a shot. Lens case, nice. I guess with what you pay for these, you would want a little built-in protection. Z5 4K, yes, Z5 4K. Good comment. Thoughts on iOS 9? I haven't been using the beta because it doesn't work with like half the apps I use. Like Periscope was really buggy on iOS 9 beta, so I'm just using iOS 8 still. The new Google logo, thoughts? I think the Google logo is clean. I think it's very clean, and I actually like it. And it's funny because there's also a new Verizon logo now, which is also kind of clean. That doesn't mean I want to see it on home buttons of phones, Verizon, but it looks better than your old giant check mark, so there you go. So here is Sony's 16-35. I have a Canon 16-35 f4, but this is Sony's 16-35 f4, which will hopefully, according to the reviews, work perfectly with this camera, autofocus quickly, and give me beautiful sharp images. And it's full frame. Let's go. E-mount electronics look different. It's definitely bigger than the camera. Man, that's what you get for having a compact camera. Look at this glass too. Dude, I'm excited. Let me turn it back on and see what it looks like. Oh, that was fast. That booted really fast. Yeah, I'm gonna like this. I'm gonna like this a lot. I'm gonna like this a lot. I can already tell that is very sexy. That viewfinder. Oh my goodness, that is a big viewfinder. Holy smokes, that is a large, beautiful viewfinder. Super wide, back to tight. I'm gonna like this a lot, guys. This was a good buy. 15 seconds in, this was a good buy. Initial impressions, positive. Please do a video on it. You know, I might. Because when I get the red back, I'll have an A cam to shoot the B cam, and maybe a B cam to shoot the A cam. The thing is, if I like this enough, I'm going to shoot a lot more stuff with it. Like, I want to get out and shoot more, like, on-location stuff, get out and shoot in the park, get out and shoot outdoors, which is a little bit of a pain to do with the Epic right now because it's a large camera, and I'm sure Team Crispy can agree. Like, if you're using a large camera, FS7, even any other DSLR, it's a little bit of a pain to get out and like lug it somewhere. Like 90 degrees with 7 pounds on my back, like it's heavy. So it'll be easy. RX100 equals C cam. I don't even know. Like the RX100 is nice for just the point and shoot running gun stuff, but this, I mean, the quality you're gonna get, and it's not gonna overheat. Like the RX100 overheating issue was a big problem for me. So we'll see how long the battery lasts. That's another thing I need to figure out. I bought 2 other batteries. I came with 2 batteries, so I'll have a total of 4. And that's what I'll bring to the Apple event. Hopefully 4 batteries is enough for this camera. But yeah, that should be interesting. What lens is this? This is Sony's 16-35 f4. I have this Metabone so I can use my other Canon lenses. If I want to use Cine Glass, I probably won't use it on this camera, but if I want to use my Canon 16-35 f4, I can do that. How long does it record 4K for? This will record a half an hour straight of 4K. It doesn't really have any limitations. The RX100, as you guys probably know, will shoot 5 minutes of 4K, not for any sort of like legal reasons, but because it doesn't have the processing power to keep doing that without heating up. So 5 minutes on the RX100, 30 minutes on the A7R Mark II. Very happy. Damn, this viewfinder is nice, man. Optical steady shot, very nice, very nice. S6 Edge or iPhone 6 Plus? Right now S6 Edge, but we're getting a new iPhone like really soon. So, what's it good for shooting? As a 42 megapixel stills camera, you're gonna see a lot of people buy the A7R for like landscape photography. That seems to be its calling. It's a full frame sensor. It's great for photos. A lot of people really like it for the photos, but it also seems to be really nice for video, and it's got that, 4K video. The in-body optical image stabilization of the sensor is something that I find really interesting, and actually John from TLD has one and has used one, and that was impressive enough to me seeing those shots, so I'm interested in getting some test footage out of it. Yeah. Still no new apartment? That's right. Still no new apartment. Still searching. But trust me, when I make the decision, it's going to be dope. Don't worry. Put a cinema lens on it. It's good. The cinema lens is like this big. Like it's literally as big as this entire package. So I probably will never mount the Cine Glass to it, or I might once just for kicks, just to see what kind of crispiness comes out of it. What about the 5DSR? The 5D, yes, that's also a really high megapixel count camera that can shoot some sick video, but it's a lot bigger. This is a mirrorless camera. It's a lot smaller and lighter than that 5DSR, so that's why I went with this. Obviously, I'm newer to Sony. I've been on that RX100 train for literally like 3 years now, so I guess I'm not that new to Sony, but I usually don't have a Sony like high-end camera. This is the highest-end Sony camera I have, so that'll be interesting. What does DSLR stand for? Digital Single Lens Reflex Camera. Fun fact. Yeah, compared to the A7S, the A7S is a better low-light sensor. I think we all know the A7S is like a beast. This is not rented, no. This is fresh out the box from B&H, purchased. Yeah. Well, anyway, that's basically it. I wanted to get it out the box. I'm going to start using it. I might try to shoot the one last video with the red today and tomorrow. before I ship it back, but if not, I'm just going to ship it today, and you're going to start seeing like a whole week of videos on this guy, which, if it shoots the type of video that I think it should, that won't be a problem. You might not even notice if I get my color correction game on point. It might take a couple videos to get that done. But yeah, this is exciting. I'm pretty pumped. Anyway, I just really like holding this grip. Team Crispy, over and out. Thank you guys for watching this Periscope, and I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Peace. Swipe down. Here's the thing about Periscope. When there's enough people in the chat, it freezes and I can't end Periscope. That button, anytime that button. It's still going. I'm swiping down, nothing's happening. That is still how you end a Periscope. I know it's gonna happen eventually. Maybe I'll just Periscope forever. Maybe I'll just never end the Periscope. I think the only way to end this Periscope is to just throw my phone out the window. Come here. Close the app. Will the replay still show up if I close the app? And that ends the Periscope. I want to throw this phone out the window. Am I frozen? I'm not frozen. No, I'm still on. Stay on, talk about life? Alright, let's do that. I'm going to talk about life until the stop button shows up, because I've been swiping down for like a minute now. What's going on, guys? Life? Life is good. What phone is this? This is the iPhone 6 Plus. And I was just talking about how Periscope doesn't really work well with iOS 9. This is iOS 8. What cell phone carrier? I use AT&T. Yours froze? Huh. I can swipe over. I can't swipe down. Let me swipe down now. Nope. Swipe back over. Yeah, life's good. Life is good. Hundreds of people have left, so I guess... I don't know. There's still people here, but... Alright, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to try to look up this Periscope and watch it on my other phone. See if it works. It says my own Periscope. This Periscope. And watch it on my other phone. It's not over. Unreal. It says my own Periscope. This Periscopeception. And now I can see exactly how much delay there is. Alright, I'm just going to close the app, and if there's no replay, then there's no replay. Alright, later guys.